everyone, so today I'm going to be reorganizing this binder because there's just a few things that I just wanted to touch up, and I just like reorganizing things in these binders. So yeah, we're just going to give it a kind of makeover. I actually wrote out everything I want to do so I don't forget, so hopefully I will remember. But yeah, I also thought I'd use this video to talk a bit about how I organise it, because I've had a couple people tell me they like how I organise my binders, so I thought maybe if I talk about the process it could help others. Obviously you can organise your binder however you want and like what makes you happy, but I just thought maybe I'd talk about it a little and it might help some people when coming to organise theirs. I will say though, I'm terrible at explaining things, and I feel like a lot of the things like I think only make sense to me, so I apologise if it makes no sense when I'm explaining. But yeah, we're just gonna go straight into it. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through and take out all the pages I'm for sure like changing or reorganizing or like moving. So we're gonna go through and do that. Rather than speeding up this part, I think I'm just gonna like kind of talk very briefly about how this kind of binder is organized, because obviously in the album one it's kind of self-explanatory. It's in, you know, kind of album order or era order, but in this one it's a little different, where everything is kind of split up into sections and then subsections. So for example, the one that we're currently going through is the album section, and then it is split up into kind of era order, and then within era order it's kind of split up into pocket size. So it starts from the pockets that have the most like sleeve or like placement, so 9 pockets, and then it would go to 8 and then 6 and then 4 and 3 and then 2 and then 1. So just taking these out because these pages will be moving or being changed. So yeah, and then I also have other sections which may make less sense as they kind of go along, but they're just kind of based on the kind of stuff Stray has released. It makes sense to me, and it just helps me, like when I have something new, by having these sections I don't need to like think about where it goes. I'm just like, okay, automatically it goes in this section, that kind of thing. So I think most of it's going to be at the end. I'm going to take out all these polaroids. And then these polaroids. Everything else will be staying the same. This lonely Cleo photo card, which I have no idea what to do with. Like, it's just there. It just exists. And then I want to take out all this sriracha stuff. And for now, I'm just going to leave this section as it is, but I think I am going to change it in the future. But that isn't for this video. That's for another video. So I think I'm just going to go section by section to reorganize what I want to reorganize. So the first thing I want to reorganize is my album section, and I want to take this out because I'm going to be moving this, and I'm also going to be moving this one. And I think I will also need to add a page in, so I'll do that now to save me some time. Okay, so obviously for those who have seen the last like organizing video, I just put this card in the back because I knew I was going to be reorganizing this section. So the first thing I'm going to do is take out everything that's in this page, and I will be using this page at the front when we get to it. So this is going to be the like Levanter and double knot page, I think is how I've decided to do it. And so where are, I think it's all of this. Yeah, okay. So we have 7 cards. So to do that, I'm going to do a 7 pattern. So we're going to put the units here and the units here. And then we're going to put the selfies in the middle. And I think the best way... So I think this is the best way to organise it in a 7 pattern. And I will sort of explain why I'm laying it out like this. So these units obviously go together, they match, and they don't go with solo photo cards because there's 2 people in these ones and there's only 1 person, so that's why these would take up the 3 middle spots, and then once again the units here and they match. And then this one I would want to put first because it's the double knot unit, solo photo card. So then between these two, the reason I decided to put this one in the middle is because it was rounded and it's also slightly longer, so it kind of stands out more, even though this background is different. That's kind of my thought process of it. Just put it in like that. But obviously this one could also go in the middle, but I just think the length of this makes it stand out more than the background of this one. And for these, I just put them in age order based on who's older in the photo. So obviously Chan's older than Minnow, and then Chang's older than Hyunjin. I'm just gonna get 2 fillers. Also for this video, I'll put the links to all of my like supplies in the description for anyone who's interested. But yeah, so that is that page, and because this is 11th section, I want to take this print and put it in this one. So we're gonna take this out, and we're gonna put this 11th print in here. Which I love this print so much, for obvious reasons. But also yellow is my favourite colour, so yellow. Also this hair on Singmin was so short-lived. And then I'm just gonna back-to-back these. I don't know if I have a filler for this. What if I use this one? Because we're not gonna use this. For those who are wondering, I don't always use fillers in this binder. I only do it if there's something like that has back-to-back like this. So you don't see if there's any overlap. Yeah, this works, even if it's temporary. So that is how that section looks. And then we shall go to the front. And I want to put the 9 pocket in front of this. As much as I like this being the first page, I think having a 9 pocket is way nicer as the first page in a binder. So obviously 3 cards on the page, kind of sad. So I'm actually going to be combining this with the Taiwanese credit cards because it looks like they're not really going to be doing Taiwanese stuff in the future. And even if they do, I've decided I want to put the Taiwanese stuff in with this anyway because they are just kind of like re-releases of old eras. So these are the Taiwanese ones. This is from I'm Not, and it's a first press one, which is why it looks different to the ones that currently are kind of going around. And then we have I Am You and Yellowwood. And those are the only ones that they've released so far. So obviously I'm going to be doing a 222 pattern. So we can put this one at the front. And this is just going to be going in error order. And then next would be I Am You. And then next would be Miro, and I'm going to put this one in the middle because it's kind of the odd one out. And I mean, I guess I could, let's try it out. Yeah, I like having this one in the middle personally. Also because, it could really work either way, to be honest. But I think it just like, by having this in the middle, it balances it out a bit more. Because to kind of explain my thought process, when it's like this, these are all solo ones, and then you have this 2-person one on the side, so it makes it kind of obvious, whereas this one, it kind of like circles around it. I have no idea if that makes sense, but that's how like my mind's kind of thinking of it. This is what I mean. I feel like half the stuff I say in this video won't make sense to others, but I'm trying my best. And I'm going to put this one on the outside because this one is more fuller, so it feels more like it should be here. Again, probably makes no sense. That's just kind of how my mind interprets it. And here we have the new and improved first page, which I think looks pretty cool. And then after this, so like I said before, after error order, I organised by pocket size order. So this has multiple errors. So I'm next going to be putting the 4 pocket, which had the Elevator and Yellowwood broadcast prints in here. And then I'm also going to be putting the Taiwanese Polaroids in here. So we can put this one here. And although technically the Taiwanese album did come after the actual Yellowwood era, I'm putting it like this just to kind of balance out the page because these are shorter than the prints. And also they're both Polaroid style, so it kind of goes like diagonally across to balance out the page. So that is that section completely reorganized. I say completely, it's not changed that much. And all of this is staying the same because I like how this is laid out. and then we have the I Who poster, and then it will go into Lavender. By the way, if anyone's curious, the reason why this is here, even though this yellow wood is obviously after, is because, once again, pocket size order. So even though this is kind of out of order, it goes in pocket size order. So that's kind of how I've done it. So then we have Lavender section, which is like this. And then I do have one more thing for Lavender, which is the Sriracha poster. I decided not to keep Sriracha in their own section and just put it in amongst the stuff because I don't really know why they were in their own section, to be honest. And it just makes it easier this way when it comes to organising things. So that is the album section reorganised. And then obviously we have Go Live, In Life, and then it goes straight into this section, which I'm going to be making completely Polaroid section. And originally I was only keeping it Polaroid style, which was completely white borders and like nothing else. Like, for example, with the Stay in Playground ones, it says Stay in Playground, whereas these are just white borders that are more Polaroid style. So that's why I had done it like this, where they were still in their own section. However, the Skiz X and Skizoo Polaroids are more like this style. So I thought I'd just make a complete Polaroid section, which kind of introduces, like, goes from album to non-album stuff. And it's kind of like the segue in between. So to do that, I am going to be doing this in order of release. So it would be the Stay in Playground Polaroids. After these ones, I really need to work on this Polaroid section. I think this is going to be my next like priority to complete, because I just want one from each of the things. I don't want all of them, but yeah. So then that's Stay in Playground, and then we have Beyond Live, and then next after Beyond Live would be the season's greetings, which will go here. So yeah, it's just like a introductory Polaroid section because JYP love these Polaroids and I'm sure they're going to continue. So it just kind of introduces and then goes into the concept section, which I do have a small thing to reorganize this section. So I'm actually going to do something which might seem a bit weird, but I thought of this the other day and I really kind of liked it. So we're going to be taking out these two. So these are from the, I can't remember if it's the Lucky Pocket or the Lucky Bag, but they came from that. And then this was from the Lucky Envelope, which came with the photo card, the photo card that's there. There's so many lucky things, I get very confused. So we're going to take out this, which are from the like postcard set, which it came with all members, but I've just decided to display Jisung's because there's a lot of them and I wasn't really around then, so you know. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it like this because it does stick out the tiniest bit, but because it's at the bottom one, it doesn't like matter that it sticks out. If it was at the top one, I wouldn't like it being there, but because it's at the bottom one, it's fine. And then we're going to do the same for the OP2 one. So it looks like that. And I actually really like this kind of layout. And then we're going to actually put this on the back with this one. There's also another reason for this, which you'll see in a second. Let me make sure these line up. So yeah, and then I want to put these two on the back. So this one is black envelope, so we're going to put that one first. I know I should have done this before I put them in. So it looks like that, and then I have a spare spot which I'm going to use for the high stay colouring book card, because I've always like had no idea where to put this, but by doing this I just have this perfect spot here which fits in very nicely there, like so, and it looks really cute there. I really like that. And then it saves me a screen pocket, which is nice. So I really like this actually, this kind of layout. Okay, so the last stuff to do is all in the Japan section. So this is just like a general kind of concert, mainly Korean concert section. And then I made just an overarching Japan section because Japan does so much of their like own separate stuff. So there's obviously concert merch, but then there's like lottery events and then other things like Skiz Cafe, which happened recently, you know, that kind of stuff. It all goes in this section. So first thing we're going to do is with these. So these are the like mini PCs that came with the Unveiled tour in Japan, which I have no idea why they call these mini PCs, because obviously they're bigger than regular photo cards, but I think it's just like a Japanese size thing, like that's just what they call them. I don't know. But because I have these to put, I'm just going to put them on the back, and it actually will cover the fact that these are opposite. So let me just decide how I want to put them. I think I want to put these two like this, and then these two like this. Yeah, this one's my favourite, so I think it's a good placement there. So I need to remember that. These might need fillers in between, but once again I'm going to try without them and then see if they move around or what. So then the one that goes here is this one. And then we need this one here. And last but not least, this one here. And so it looks like that, which I actually really like. Oh, I didn't cover that one. You know what, actually I kind of like that alternating. I'll switch it around if it bugs me, but that's annoying. But yeah, I'll switch it if it annoys me. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I need to put in these sriracha ones. And so to do that, first we're going to take away all of the stuff that's here. Actually, I want to leave this one here because there are 5 of these, so there's going to be a blank spot. So I think leaving the message card there will fill the spot nicely. How did I have these organised? This one was here. And then these ones go like that. Yeah, that was right. Okay, so we need to move all of the District 9 unlock ones. So before I put these in, let's put these ones in first. If anyone missed me trying to put these in these 3 pockets, lucky you. I don't know why this one is always just tighter than the other ones, and like it's just how they're produced, but it's really annoying. Yeah, okay. Did it. Okay, that does look a little bit awkward, but I can't do anything about it. And then I want to put these, this one goes here, and then this one goes here. I want to put these on the back of these. So hopefully these are all the correct way around. Yeah, it should be. So I made it so, I'll show it once it's actually in. I'm going to do this one first because this one's very tight. Oh, that went in so nicely. Oh my god, it must have stretched out over time by having it in it. That was such a pleasant surprise. And that one goes in fine. So I made it so that they're all facing the same way, even though obviously all of these should be, you know, like the horizontal one really should be there, but I just made it so that they all face the same way. And then I shall put these ones in, so I need that 3 pocket. And like that. I've talked before how much I love this photo shoot, it's just so pretty. And it helps that like these are literally like my favourite colours, so I mean. And flowers. Flowers, come on man. It's like they made it for me. And also this is like one of my favourite photos of Jisung, like ever. And I almost just bent it. I would have cried. Oh my god. Why is it? I hate me. One day I'm gonna bend it and I'm just gonna cry. I should really be more careful. But yeah, and then that goes in like that, and then we still have this sticker which will very nicely go in the back, and it will match with the District 9 Unlock logo, which is kind of nice. And like that, it is done. And I believe that was everything that I wanted to do in this binder. I'm not going to do a flip through of all the finished reorganization, but I just really like it. Also, if you're curious, I left these ones here because they're coloured borders and I think they would stand out too much, even though the stained line one is here. But I really like this kind of layout for it, so I decided to keep it as is. And obviously we have all the other stuff that's part of it, and Cleo just casually there. But yeah, so that was... Oh no, I forgot one thing. Very important. So these flyers, they're from like their Japan releases. So I'm actually going to put them in a 2 pocket because they do fit in a large 2 pockets, and they do stick out like the tiniest bit, which I'll show. So if we take Sonat, which is the top one, and then this one's for all in. So if I show what it's like when it's in. See, it like sticks out like the tiniest amount, but I decided that doesn't really bother me, and it fills a 2 pocket so nicely that, you know what, it seems like a waste to put it in a 1 pocket. And like it's basically all covered and it doesn't stick out the actual binder, and they're just flyers, so they're not like the biggest deal. Oh, these are upside. Oh, you're gonna do this to me, aren't you? Oh, okay, fine. For this 1 page, you will face outwards. This is like the one thing that has been made to... Japan, why? This is why Japan gets its own section. Also, that's why they're going in this section. Even though they are technically album things, it's a Japan section, so they're going here. And they're going here because they're 2 pockets, so it will be after 3 pockets. Like that. And I get to see the backs this way, so that's really nice. But why Japan? Why? But okay, for real, we are done. So that was just a quick little makeover for my special binder, which is a very special binder to me. But yeah, and I really like how it looks, and this page is so pretty. I think we'll end on this page. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I hope my explanations made sense. It wasn't completely about explaining, but you know, I hope it helped out some people. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye!